Welcome to Spiritual Readings with Rev Jeanne, and that's me. I'm here to do readings for anyone who decides to jump on, and if Spirit comes in, I'll be more than happy to read for you. So please come on in, and we'll see what we can do. Hi, Cassandra. I don't choose who I read for, folks. Spirit chooses for me. So when they let me know, that's when I bring it through. So just keep your name in the feed, please. The more you keep your name in the feed, the better the chances are of getting a reading, even if it's just to say hi or the name of a loved one that you want to speak with. And again, when they come through, be more than happy to bring the messages through. All right. Hi, everyone. Tammy Lynn, how you doing? Tammy Lynn, why am I seeing numbers all around you? There's a woman here. Numbers were very important to her. I don't know if it's monetary amounts or just numbers in general, but she loved to play with numbers. I want to say she liked to play the numbers. She liked to bet. She liked to play the numbers. I feel like a mother or grandmother with her. This may have been something that you weren't aware of about her, because she kept it kind of quiet, kind of low key in that generation where she didn't really want a lot of people to know about it. If you know who I'm talking about, it would help. Anyway, she's here and she's saying she wants you to be careful of numbers. There's a number of things going on around you, and she's saying put things in priorities. Just be very careful that you prioritize everything, according to their numbers. She tells me you know what she's talking about, so I'm going to leave it with that. But just know that she's here with a lot of love, and she is trying to help. Okay? God bless. Now, normally, folks, we have our open circles that we talk about in classes, but however, for the time being, all that stuff is on hold. Like everyone else's life is on hold, so is ours. So just bear with us. As soon as this pandemic is over with, we can go back to our regular schedules, and I'm really looking forward to that. I've been driving everyone crazy trying to stay busy in the house. Okay. Christina Hayward. Hi, Christina. It's funny that you put up 3 double hearts because there's 3 people standing here. I want to say mother, father, and son. Would you know who this is? All right. I feel a whole lot of love, and it's an excitement with them. They're excited that you're here, that you would remember them, because they feel that that's what the hearts are for, was for them. They're also talking, have you been out by the water lately? Out by the river, the water, something? A body of water. Because they're saying just be careful that you don't overdo it. You have a tendency to overdo things when you get going. Only because anything that you do, Christina, it's everything or nothing. It's like your whole heart is into it. It's the best way I can explain it. Okay, well, these are definitely who I'm seeing, Christina, is in spirit, okay? So if it's not your mom and dad, I want to say grandparents and one of their sons. All right, just think about it, because they know you. They're glad that you're here. Speak to some family. They'll be able to tell you who this is, okay? Because I do feel a biological connection to you. All right? And they're laughing about it. They'll say, yeah, she'll remember. Don't worry, she'll remember. I want to say, talk to your father. He'd know who it is. Okay? But something about the water. You need to get to the water. There's something waiting there for you. I don't know if it's more like a memory. It's going to help you through a really rough time right now. And I know a lot of people are having problems with the quarantine and staying together, okay, and holding it together. You know, there's nothing worse. Most everyone would say, you know, oh, time off from work, I get to stay home and relax. But it's like when you're told you have to, then you don't want to. It's kind of a contradiction I think is funny. But anyway, Christine, just know that they're here and they want you to be by the waters. There's a memory there that's going to help you with the situation around you now in your personal life. They're saying it'll help give you some clarity. Okay? God bless. I hope that makes sense. Hi, Tommy Jake. I love you too, bud. That's one of my grandsons. All right. And, you know, just for the record, folks, I don't read for family simply because I know them too well. I mean, if something comes through that's really, really strong, yes, I will read. But on a normal, regular basis, I will not read for family simply because I'm not comfortable with it. All right. Jessica Hogan, how are you? Jessica. Very tall man comes in. Dark hair. Some kind of a uniform. I don't know what kind. I don't know if it's military or what. Your mother is still alive because he's saying, tell your mama I said hello and I miss her. I would say that this is her father. He's kind of a quiet man, very strong, a lot of strength around him, but very quiet. And apparently he's coming to you to say hello to her. That's rather unusual. I'm not exactly sure about that, but it's the way that they're talking. Okay. There's a baby. Have you just had a baby or are you expecting? If you could answer me, honey, I'd be really appreciate it, Jessica. Simply because I need some direction here. I don't want to say something to upset you. Okay, but in the meantime, I just see this baby, and I want to say this baby is definitely a gift. I don't believe it's one that's already here. If it is, it's very new. But I want to say it's one that's coming in, and there's something very special about this child, more so than the average. Okay. You're going to be hearing about it soon. I don't believe this is coming from you, as in you're having the baby, but someone close to you is. All right. Possibly another family member. But when this baby comes in, it's going to mark a new era for the whole family. I wish I could be more specific than that, but I'll leave that with you for now. Okay? God bless. Okay, folks, share the video, please, as much as possible. We're down to less than 100 away from our goal of where we need to be. So please, if you can help us out, it'd be really greatly appreciated. Okay? In the meantime, share the video. Just when you share the video, the last Wednesday of the month, I pull a name in a drawing. We have a drawing to where you can win a free reading for sharing. Each time you share, your name goes into the drawing. So the more you share it, the more chances you have of having your name pulled. So please share it as much as you can. Okay. If your name is anything other than your screen name, please just put your first name in there. Okay. It just Zippy Zip, please. I need a first name. Okay. All right. So, Dwayne. Is this Dwayne the ghost hunter? Hi. Obviously, you know about spirit, but I really feel a need for education around you. Please don't take offense to this. It's not meant to in any way. There is a man that's here, and he's a teacher. Or he was a teacher when he was in the physical world. I don't believe there's a biological connection to this man, Dwayne, but it's someone that you looked up to a great deal. He's saying you need to listen more. You need to open not just your eyes, but you need to open your heart as well. You've closed it off from fear or from something, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. But he's saying when you finish opening up, that's when things are going to come through and things are going to finalize to where it's going to take you to the next level in your life where you want to be, where you need to be. Okay? He's also talking about he keeps, patting the side of your face. I don't know if you're having a problem there with the jaw. I'm not a medical doctor by any stretch, but I want to say when you become aware of it, don't put it off. Get it taken care of, whether it's a dental procedure or something. Dwayne, you don't have to put up with the negativity or the discomfort. You have, everyone has a fear on one level or another about a dentist. Nobody that I know likes a dentist. However, yours goes beyond the norm. So I want to say, please just don't think you can just put up with it or it's going to go away, because it'll get to a point where, it's going to drive you crazy. Get it taken care of, please. Okay, that's what he's telling you, not me. Oh, God bless. All right. Lori Lazutsky, every time your name goes by, I want to call on you. It's not so much spirit direction. I feel like there's a lot going on around you right now where you need to really slow down and really look at the whole picture. Normally I wouldn't give a message like this online, okay, but it's that strong, Lori, that you really need to please listen. You really need to slow down. You need to really take stock in what you're doing and why you're doing it, because you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. You're taking care of everyone else and not yourself, and you're going to wind up being, I want to say, a loser in the end. Don't allow that. Don't allow that to happen. Make sure that you know who you're helping and why you're helping them, because not everyone appreciates it. Learn to sort it out and learn to say no. All right, I'm sorry. I had to bring that through, but I hope you understand. Teal Carpenter, how are you? Teal. Teal, are you in the process of moving or have you been thinking about it? I'm asking because I'm seeing boxes all around you. They're empty. But I want to say get busy, start filling them. If you could answer me, I'd appreciate it. I know there's a 10-second delay on here. But you really need to start filling these boxes. And I believe it's a physical thing. I don't believe it's something that is, off in the distance, because it's like something's going to be made at the last minute, and you're going to be left behind if you're not careful. And by saying you're left behind, it just means you're going to be in a hell of a mess because you don't have anything ready to go. Okay? Consider it, please. Think about it. If it's not your idea, it's someone very close to you that wants to move or wants you to move with them or to them. Just remember that we're talking about it. There's a woman here, and she comes through with a tremendous amount of love. She's telling me that when she was here, she was bedridden, because it's like it's this little old lady, and it's like she's bouncing all around, and she makes me want to laugh. But her bouncing around is to let you know that she has her legs back. She has movement back. Because when she was in her prime, it's like nothing slowed this woman down. She was constantly moving. And she was proud of it. She was proud of who she was. She worked really hard to make people happy and to be a good person. I like that kind of vibration. But she's here with just a whole, she loves you. But it's not just you, it's the whole family. She's saying she wants to get in touch with everybody. She wishes that she could. Okay? Just know that things are going to move on a very quick level for you, and you need to be prepared. And it has something to do with moving. I don't know if it's you moving or someone moving in, but it has to do with moving. Okay? God bless. Folks, this, especially for people that are new on here tonight, and I am seeing a few new names. I don't choose who I read for. Spirit chooses for me. It's when they come through, that's when I bring the messages through. So it's necessary for you to keep your name. If you really want a message, keep your name in the feed, please. I will, if it comes through, I promise I will bring it through. Okay? But just keep it going. All right. Diane Lott, how are you? Diane, there's a young woman that comes in, almost kind of skittish. I don't know if she's afraid to or she's just very shy. I'm more inclined to say that she was very shy in the physical world, but she just wants to say hello. She wants to be remembered. It was about this time of year when she passed, maybe a couple of years ago. But she just wants to be remembered. She says she's funny because she said she's heard of this thing happening, but this type of communication, but this is all new for her tonight. And she's excited to be here, but she's kind of nervous because she doesn't know quite how to act or how to behave. Would you know who I'm talking about? This is not an old woman. It's not like someone in her senior years that passed on. This is a young woman. Think about it, please. Talk to other family, and because I do believe this is a family person, a biological connection to you. But I want to say talk to the family because they'll be able to put you off in the right direction so you'll know who it is. It's really important. It's important to her that you acknowledge her. She needs to know that she's not forgotten. Okay, I'll leave that with you. God bless. Nan M., how are you? Nan, my very first feeling is one of fear around you, okay? Because there's a woman and a man coming in. It's a couple. I feel like grandparents with them. And they're saying, don't be afraid. Let the fear go. Something's go. I don't think it's what's going on in the world around you now. This is something more personal within your personal life. And I don't want to take it any farther than that, especially being public. But Nan, they're saying, let go of the fear. It doesn't need to be there. You have the answers, or you have the ability to get those answers very soon. Okay. They may not be exactly what you want, but they'll be exactly what you need to be able to move on with your life. This woman is here, and it's like she's saying she wants to help you. She wants to hold you up so that you stay okay. All right. A lot of love. You're not in this alone. Whatever you think, you are not alone. And she's adamant that she wants that said. If nothing else is said tonight, she wants you to know that you are never alone, that they are with you. She said they always have been. They're not about to leave now. Okay? God bless. Zachary Beavers, how are you? Okay. Zachary, are you a fireman, or do you have anything to do with the fire department? I'm asking because a man comes in and he's in the full regalia of a firefighter. Would you know who I'm talking about? He's here and he's kind of laughing. And he says, yeah, it's the only way he'd remember me. Something about the fire gear. It's like, I don't know if he died as a result of this or this is just his way of identifying to you. But it was his life's work. All right, I want to go back a generation or two. Please don't give up on it. Somebody in the family, they're going to know who I'm talking about, and they're going to be very surprised. He's saying he didn't talk a lot to the family when he was here, but he never forgot. And he wants you to know that. He wants the family to know that, Zachary, that he never forgot anyone. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't understand the message. Anyway, he wants you to be careful. You're walking a fine line. And I just want you to make sure that you know the direction that you're going in, because it's going to create a whole scenario for you that might be a bit much to deal with. But he's saying you can do it. You've got what it takes. You've still got me, and you've still got a part of me in you. That's why I say he's a biological connection. But he's remembered throughout the family as a firefighter. Okay. Now, whether he actually died as a result of that or that, I don't know. I just know that that's how he identifies himself. Okay. Talk to family. They'll know. God bless. All right. Lisa Auld, how are you tonight? Lisa, I'm seeing airplanes all around you. Excuse me. And I feel literally like I'm squeezed into this airplane and there's people all around me. Now, I know airplanes right now are pretty much grounded, but I'm seeing the woman that's talking to me. She said, literally saying, she won't know me. I go way back. But she's saying that your mother would know of her. Okay. She spent a lot of time in airplanes. And she wants you to get used to it. Excuse me. Because when all this is done and over with, you've got a trip coming. I believe it's something that was planned but had to be put off. And she's saying, it's going to happen. You just need to have patience. She said, it's not the end of the world. You just need to have patience. That's always a hard thing for you. But know that she's bringing the message through with love, and she just wants you to know that that vacation or that trip is still happening. It's just not right now. Okay? I'll leave that. God bless. Folks, when I get yawning, I'm not tired. It is the energy that gets into this room. It's so intense. It's almost like the oxygen has been pulled from the room. It hasn't been. It's the way my body reacts. So please just bear with me, okay? Crystal Caniglian? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I don't want to murder that name. I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time. All right, Crystal. All right, Crystal, I'm literally seeing a tray full of crystal stones in front of you. Do you work with stones at all? I know that, okay, you do. Because I keep seeing this big tray of stones, but your namesake is missing from it. And it's not a quartz crystal, but it is a crystal. I don't know the name of it, but there's a woman that's standing here and she's holding it. I feel like it may be a guide to you. I don't feel a connection to her as in family, friends, or whatever. I feel more like a guide, and she's holding these. And this is a path that you're supposed to be walking for a while. Okay? Um, Crystals don't do anything magical or mystical for you. However, they are a part of the earth and they do enhance what is already there in your energy. And she wants you to understand that. So she's saying, make sure that your mind is clear before you work with the stones. You just kind of want to jump in there, and because they're pretty and you like what you feel with them, she's saying, no, just please take your time. Make sure you understand them fully before you work with them. She says you're going to be going places with it. And I believe that that's on a work level. Whether you're going to be reading with them or otherwise, I'm not sure, but I do know that this is the direction you're supposed to be taking for a while. Okay? I hope you understand what I'm talking about, Crystal, because it's going to be a very big part of your life very soon. And it's something that you really need to get a handle on now. But there's one that's missing. And I don't know why I'm hearing it as such, but I'm hearing it as your namesake is not here. You need to get that one before you start working with them. Think about it, meditate with it. Your guides will let you know what it is or what they mean. Okay? But good luck with your work. It's a very powerful, empowering type of energy, and I do appreciate that. Cheryl Mound. Wow. Are you aware of your own empathic abilities? Because as I touch with your vibration, I feel almost frustrated that a level of understanding isn't quite there. Please know that it comes with education. That's all. Pick up the books, look, ask questions. Just whatever you do, don't turn your back. Okay. Don't turn your back on the questions or the things that are coming through. It's really, really important. Yours right now, a lot of it's coming through in the form of dreams, and just when you're out in public, that feeling of deja vu. These are all signs of an empathic individual, and I want to say it's something that I would like to see you follow up on. It doesn't have to be with me. It can be with anyone you want it to be, as long as you get the information, you get the learning and the knowledge that you need to be able to go forward on a positive level with it. Okay? Just remember we talked about it. Because a year from now, you're going to be in a totally different place in your life, emotionally, physically, on all levels. And I know, life changes for everybody, but because of this empathic ability and the desire to learn and to go forward with it, that's where that's going to be telling the tale of your future. Okay? God bless. Cassandra Mullen. Cassandra, there's an older woman here. Actually, she shows me as a young woman, but she's telling me I was a lot older when I died. She has just chosen this form of a younger woman. I feel like a grandmother with her. And it's like all she's doing is just holding you and saying, it's okay. There's been a lot of tears around you lately. And she wants you to know that she's here. She hasn't forgotten. She still loves you. She's saying, I want to help, but you have to let me in to be able to do that. Letting her in is just honoring and acknowledging when you're thinking about her, when you're working with her. that she's there. Okay? I hope that makes sense. God bless. Folks, please share the video as much as possible. And if you have not yet subscribed to this program, please do so. We're less than 100 away, and we really need the help. Okay? I would be greatly appreciated. All right. Travis D. Hi, Travis. Travis, there's an older man that comes in, and he's got a lot of cars with him. But they're not regular everyday cars. They're almost like classics. This was a passion of his when he was here, and I don't believe he's been in spirit a great deal of time, maybe a couple of years, if that. But Travis, have you been drawn to these cars? Is this something that you're interested in? Because he's trying to get you to take things over. He said there's so much fun and so much history in this. He was a bit of a buff, or believed that he was. And then he's laughing and just saying now, he says, I just really, really love the vehicles. Consider working with them when this mess is all over with, because it's something that it makes money, notoriety, but it's something he wants you to follow up on. He'll help you with it. You just have to trust what you're hearing. He's saying in your left ear. He'll tell you what ones you need to have, and he's going to help you get to the top. He said he's found ways. He couldn't do it when he was here in the physical world, but he wants you to do it for him. I hope that makes sense. He's telling me he's the one that introduced you to older cars and the beauty of them, according to his belief system. But he wants you to know that he's here. He's here to help. But more than anything, he's here to tell you that he loves you. He never said the words, or at least was very sparing with that type of words when he was in the physical. He said, I'm not anymore. He said, just tell him I love him. He'll know it. Okay? God bless. All right. Excuse me for 1 second. I am seeing one thing on here. I'm seeing a lot more males coming on, and that's unusual, but I'm glad to see that. Okay. Edna Bailey. Hi, Edna. Edna, as I touch with your vibration, I want to curl up underneath a nice warm blanket, and I just want to sleep. I want to sleep till all this nonsense is over with. Can you relate to this? Is this something that's been going through your head, Edna? It's like you're just having a hard time dealing with all of this. I want to say there's people you can talk to that can help you. I'm not a medical doctor by any stretch of the means. Please understand that. But I do feel that there is maybe a depression or a depressive element going on around you that you can get help for. All right. I don't believe that there's not a lot of people that you can talk to about the way you're feeling. But Spirit's telling me that there's so much help out there. You just have to pick up the phone and you need to call someone. It's fear of being turned down that's only kept you from picking up the phone. You feel like you don't want to bother anybody. But I'm here to tell you there's a lot of people that want to help you, but you need to be the one that reaches out to them. Okay? It'll be welcomed with open arms. And I feel nothing negative attached to it. So please just remember that, okay? God bless. Nikisha Ferguson, how are you? seeing clocks, Nikisha, all around you. There's an older couple that comes in, and I'm seeing an old, I want to say like a German cuckoo clock. It's beautiful. It's ornate. This was their pride and joy. I don't know if this is something that they made or something that they bought while overseas. She's asking, where is the clock? What happened to it? I believe it became like a family heirloom, and she wants to know where it is. What happened to it? Because they miss it. They love seeing it. They loved it. They loved having it around. If you know where it is, these are the people that you need to talk to about her. It'll help. It'll help you to understand them as well as them understanding you. Because this clock is very important. It's very important to family history. It's very important to everything around you. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Please get it taken care of. God bless. All right. Wow. Excuse me, folks. Okay, well, Nikisha, check around. Someone in the family has this clock, and they can give you the history of it, including telling you who these people were that owned it first. But there's also other information that you need from whoever knows the history of this clock, because I do believe it has to do with family, family ties, to be exact. All right, I'll leave that with you. Melissa Marie, how are you? As your name started to scroll by, I seen a woman's hand. But as your name is scrolling, it's like, excuse me, she wants you to take her hand. And she's saying, I can help with those headaches. Have you been having a lot of headaches? Please understand, I'm not a medical person by any stretch. I can only tell you the way it comes through. Once you do that, it's going to help a whole lot. When the headaches become more prevalent, Melissa, be aware of it. Don't just put it off as something that like it's of no consequence. Please get it checked. A woman is standing here. She's saying she used to have them too. It wasn't pleasant by any means, but she wishes that she had hers taken care of. She never did. And she doesn't want you to wind up like her, regretting not getting it taken care of when you should have. You've got a lot coming at you in the next few months. It's all good. It's all change, but all change is good as long as you allow it to be. If you're not fighting it, understand it. You can be upset with it. You can be upset with the timing, but the end result is so positive. And it's like, I have to keep saying that over and over. Okay. God bless. There's some new energy coming into your life. And I just want to say, watch your back. All right. I'll leave that with you. All right. Anthony Jordan. Anthony, there's a man that comes in, and for lack of any other way to say it, I have to say it just the way it comes in. This man did not die a natural death. I don't know if it was by his own hand or by someone else's, but he didn't pass willingly He's saying answers need to be found. Anthony, do you have any idea what I'm talking about here? He's saying answers need to be found, man. Don't stop looking. Whatever you do, don't stop looking. You need to go forward with it. When the questions come through, know that it's him that wants the information. I'm not hearing his name, all right? It's very rare that I hear a name. The man I'm seeing is light-colored hair, a good-sized build, a muscular build, broad shoulders. He wasn't very tall. I almost want to say like a wrestler when he was here. All he's telling me is that things weren't the way they seemed. He's saying it wasn't an accident, and I sure as damn, well, I didn't take my own life. And he wants someone to know that. Think about it. You'll have a better idea who I'm talking about. You knew him well in school is what I want to say. Okay? God bless and thank you. Ronald Lee Bearer, how are you? Ronald Lee, are you aware of the Native Americans in your family or that side of the family? Because I have a woman standing here. She's in full Native garb. And she's saying I would have been her great aunt. She never knew you as a child or as a person now. She always knew you in spirit. But she's just, I want to say she's giving you the confidence to know that the work you did meant something. It meant a great deal to her, and she doesn't want you to ever lose sight of that. Okay? I'll leave that. God bless. All right. Again, folks, please share as much as possible. Excuse me. By sharing it, your name gets put into a drawing the last Wednesday of the month, which I believe is next week. We'll be pulling names for a free reading. So please share it out. Thank you. Also, although we don't have circles right now, as much as I would love to, we're all missing it terribly. Everyone in the spiritualist community is. However, there's some new energies coming in, and I know it's going to be sweeping, literally sweeping and cleaning out everything. We're not going to be in this situation, the rest of unexpected eons. It's a very short time. But I do feel there's tremendous healing going on because people are more aware than what they were 30 years ago. People are more aware of their lives and everything that's going on around them. And they're working diligently to bring things back to the normal way of life. For whatever reason, I want to say just make sure that all the bases are covered, that you've taken care of everything to the best of your ability, and you'll be okay. All right. God bless. All right. All right. That's what I've been waiting for. Donna, zippy zip. Donna, how are you? Earlier in the program, when your name came up, or when the zippy zip came up, I heard a young man saying, I want to talk to her. But not knowing a first name is kind of hard. Okay. Donna, I feel like a son with him. This could have been through miscarriage or whatever, but it's definitely a son. And our children, You see? Our children continue to grow in spirit, sometimes at an accelerated rate. And I just want to say, Donna, say hello to him. He's so excited to be here with you. He's so excited to let you know that he's here. He says, let me work with you. Please let me work with you. Okay, I'm not going to trance. I won't allow that. However, Donna, he says you know him from way back in your early years. This is where you know him from. He's trying to bring through answers that are necessary that you haven't worked with, you haven't really explored. So I want to say, please try it. It will help. Okay, God bless. Lou Miller, sometimes you don't remember the dreams on a conscious level, but when you need the information, it will have like an instantaneous memory. Don't give up on your work, on the work of self, because that's one thing that we're really promoting here during the upcoming weeks is taking care of yourself, making sure that your health is at its optimum, that it's the best that it can be. And for some reason, I want to say, Joey, this goes for you, Spidey Joe. Wow, I just, Joey, I feel a need. It's like I want to set you down in the middle of a lake and just put you there with water up to your chest. It's nothing that you're afraid of, but getting you to slow down and to experience life's lessons. Okay. I get a really good feeling with you, a good energy. It's like it's constantly moving, constantly going. But this is something that you need to work more with. Okay. Just remember we talked about it, please, because it's gonna be important to your future. God bless. All right. Kimberly Walther, how are you? Kimberly, wow. It's an old-fashioned slide is what I'm seeing. The metal slides that kind of burned your bum in the summertime and froze you out in the wintertime. But you had to keep going on this slide. You had to keep proving to yourself, to your friends, to everyone around you that you were the best one for the position. You're doing that now as well within your physical world, world of employment. Don't be afraid to step up, with everything you got and say that this is the way it's going to happen. But at the same time, don't be afraid to hear new advice or new understanding. Okay. It's very, very important. It's very, very important that you take the time to listen now, because what's coming down the line for you is so important and they don't want you to miss it. Okay? God bless. Okay, folks, we are at time. I thank you for joining me here this evening. Please, every Monday night on Facebook is Vales, which is with Beth McGee and Sky Morgan. They're affiliates of ours in Montana. They're also teaching our programs out there. They're excellent mediums. If you haven't been able to get on with me, I'm only one person and I can only do just so many messages, where there's two of them and they're right back to back and they can work it through really, really well. Okay. I just hope everyone keeps a clear head throughout the coming weeks. I know it's rough out there, folks. It's rough on everybody. And no one likes being confined to your home because we're free birds as a natural source of our lives. When you feel that urge, get out and walk. Even if it's just doing circles in your backyard, get the fresh air, let the air help heal you. It's been a long, nasty winter. Um, let spring itself heal you and make you feel good again, because the summer months are coming. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Remember, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Um, and we'll see you again next Tuesday on Facebook or next Wednesday here on YouTube. Both nights we will be pulling the drawing for the free reading. So again, share it out as much as possible, because when the show is done, Michelle and I go through it, and everyone that's shared, their name gets written down, and then it goes into the bucket. Okay? God bless. Thank you for joining me here this evening. I wish you love and light, and I wish you health and wellness in the coming weeks ahead. God bless.